Sleazy.
I wear that name with pride. Welcome to the first show of 2026.
Yes.
Fuck's sakes. My name's Ryan. My name's Ryan, this fat man. Welcome to the rest of the show, Poor Horseman. We're not after dark this week because we're not allowed to say the C word. And that's the only really thing that differentiates us between the two shows.
Basically. We're basically all meshed into one here. So, yeah. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had a safe New Year. I know the roll in America. We have the Rose Bowl on right now. Indiana's beating Alabama. I have that on. Ryan,
in Canada, we're just waiting for the World Juniors tomorrow. Which is happening in the States.
In the beginning of the week. Oh, also the Winter Classics tomorrow. In the beginning of the week on Unanswered Points, I said I'm not going to do a show Thursday. Fuck that.
Because why would we take 2 weeks off?
Well, I said I was not going to do a show. But then I'm like, shit. Literally after, because we did a pop-up show Monday, and I'm like, shit. The only time I will have to watch World's End is literally after the show. Blew through it. Give you your thoughts here in a minute. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's just cover it. Because honestly, I don't think I have not covered a World's End. Because it always seems to be like in that weird section to where it's
awards.
It's last show and then the awards is literally right after. So I'm like, well, let's cover it.
The other two horsemen decided to fuck off. I mean, they had like legitimate reasons. We're just going to grill them and say they fucked off.
Yeah, I mean,
fuck them.
Actually, Heavy G just didn't watch the show. That's the reason.
Here's funny. We're not going to play the opening video until we get a new one updated, I guess, because we're just going to... I love how we just dive right into shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, 2026 starting off hot for wrestling. Me and Fat Man were talking before we went on the air about the amount of shows just in January. You got the Rumble, MLB's Battle Riot. Wrestle Kingdom is in a couple of days. The 1-year anniversary on Netflix of Raw. Maximum Carnage is going to be a Dynamite. NXT got fucking New Year's Eve. There's GCW shows up to wazoo. TNA's first episode on AMC is this month. And, 2 days later, it's their Genesis pay-per-view.
It's insane. Oh,
Gimme.
Let me get my keyboard off my lap here. Yeah,
Give me more.
It's gonna be a packed. We will cover Wrestle Kingdom. I think. I know you and I will watch it. I got to figure out when I can watch it.
Listen, we got 2 weeks because next week's is the Sleazies.
Oh, okay, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
and even if after the Sleazies we do Jeopardy first that week,
yeah,
fuck it.
I do got 2 weeks. I'm not going to. Everyone knows January through April. I'm at my parents' house. I'm not going till end of the month, so you'll see me here for the next couple weeks. Yeah, let's dive into World's End.
Did you watch the pre-show?
You fucker! You took my bit. Did anyone watch the pre-show?
I did because I found a good illegal stream that showed me the pre-show. Because normally I find issue finding the tailgate bras or whatever they want to call it. Because when you go on YouTube, I don't know if it's different in America, but here in Canada, especially Newfoundland, when I click on YouTube to watch it, it shows me just them having the microphone stuff. And you can hear the action in the ring in the background. But like when they were doing those tailgate bras, like I never got to see it. For some reason, when I found a stream this time to watch it.
I normally don't watch the pre-shows, so I did not watch this. You have the card up, I have the card up.
Yeah.
Look, 2 people that actually watched the show are prepared. Yay! Sisters of Sin defeated Heyman and Maya World. They just signed, by the way, after the show.
Yeah. We don't want to be squashed. And now they're getting fucking signed on. There you go. Do your jobs, people. Be your enhancement talent. It's going to get you eventually. Yeah. Or you're going to be really good at be Dolph Ziggler and scam a world title every now and
then. The king of the 2-star match, Eddie Kingston, defeated Zach Gibson.
The man who has never had anything less than a 2-star match, Eddie Kingston.
The man who, he's had less than 2-star matches.
Now, if you watch
over a 2-star match, maybe once or twice in his career.
If you're like Fat Man, you didn't watch the pre-show or you didn't read any results. Ortiz makes his return at the end of this match. Grizzled Young Vets beat down Eddie Kingston. Out comes Angel Ortiz, which like it makes sense because they're connected. But it's still so weird to think about Ortiz without Santana.
It is. He's been off for like 2 years, hasn't he?
And Santana became a main event person.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like Ortiz, like has been out of like
Yeah.
action for like 2 years because of an injury. So, I mean, it is good to see. I didn't watch it, so I didn't know, but it's good to hear that he is back. Um, so yeah, Mascara Dorado. I'm just calling
Mascara.
Mascara Dorado and Bandito defeated Mark Davis and Rocky Romero. Um, obvious booking is obvious.
I mean, I know because like, how do you have the United Empire tag team and Roppongi Vice as tag team, and you don't put them together in their tag teams? Either one. Then I get Carl Fletcher was busy, so how do you not put Trent Redhair, who's in an actual tag team with Rocky Romero?
Well, okay, I don't know this story of this. Why isn't Bandito with Brody King?
That was the other side of the face part too. Yeah, I could easily explain that part. Masks. There's still racism in AEW. They just put the two Mexican guys.
I was saying two Mexican people together. Okay, and then the final pre-show match was Jet Speed and Jurassic Express defeat Josh Alexander and the Demand.
We find out again if you had watched it. Luchasaurus isn't in the match for most of the time. He's like taken out, and he comes out at the end. Dynamite, then they write him off. He's sick again. There's something wrong with him. But Dynamite, they write Luchasaurus off.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Like the Demand kicked the fuck out of him.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, he's wrote off now, I guess. He had a health scare already, so I don't think they want to fuck around.
Okay. Makes sense. And now we get to everyone's favorite part of the show. How many people appeared on the pre-show?
20. Workers or managers too?
Altogether, the answer is 20. Which is less than what it was before. So
that's wrong.
What? Yeah, I just counted. It's 20.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count Ortiz makes 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So
and then 21. 21. This is why I was asking. Yeah.
21 wrestlers. It's still less than others. And I am very glad that they didn't do the whole let's start it with a brawl in the ring for the third straight pay-per-view.
Oh yeah. Well, they didn't want to fuck with the Continental Classic semifinal. Let's be clear. Both of these semifinals are fucking great. I said in our chat, but the finish to the match, I was just like, oh, these are great matches. And then the finish happened. Okay.
So
I guess like
so Okada versus Takeshita is the opening match. I didn't think this was a great match. I thought this was a pretty good match. To me, it felt like they were holding back. Like the last few minutes go up nicely with the false finishes and then the screwdriver spot, and I will tell you why I think that's dumb in a minute.
That's all right. I knew we were going to fight over that.
It's not fighting over it. It was a dumb spot.
That's why we're going to fight over it, because I thought it was great.
No. And the execution of the spot. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. We'll get to that. It felt like they held back. To me, like it just felt like this is pretty good. They didn't get into another gear, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty good, but also disappointing.
I mean, in a week, they both had huge matches in Japan,
and one of them was wrestling
twice.
So, don't get me wrong. I understood it. I got it. But also at the same time, I expected way more, which I feel like now when they actually face each other again one-on-one, that's going to be a fucking banger.
Revolution?
I hope so. It's going to be so fucking good. Now the spot.
Yes, what was your issue with it?
My issue with it was...
I know what your issue is. I just want to hear you say it again because I haven't looked back to actually specifically pick it out yet.
He takes his screwdriver out, blah, blah, blah. Okada does. And he goes to hit Takeshita with it. Takeshita ducks. And then he goes to run at Takeshita, but Takeshita moves away and the ref's there. Okada's like this. And the ref's looking straight at him. And then Nothing. And then Okada's like, okay, I'm not gonna hit. Then okay, and then randomly, the ref just looks towards the announcers, and then Okada hits him and then pins him. And it's like, I like the idea of the finish with him cheating to beat him. The execution was so fucking bad. I'm like, what are you doing here? You literally are running at the ref with it, and then the ref doesn't say anything, and then the ref just randomly, without provocation, just looks outside the ring, and literally, he's not like admonishing Don Callis, which would have been better if Callis walked to the ring and did it, got up from the announce table, walked to the ring. He just looked outside, and he heard the crowd react, and then he said, okay, spot over.
You just get enough of the ref not looking. You just get enough of the ref not looking.
No provocation. He just looks away for no reason. I'm like,
this is a fucking great, fantastic match. This was a great opener. And then Fletcher and Moxley follow it. So right off the bat, we do scorecard. We haven't talked about scorecard.
I fucking forgot to do the scorecard. Fuck.
I won scorecard. It was only mean dates, but it was still good to watch. So like,
I completely forgot.
We talk about the preview. They said everybody's basically like, Takeshita's winning, and I was like, Okada's winning. Takeshita's gonna fuck him. And then the finish happens, and I go, wow. Not that it fell flat. I was just like, I didn't expect him to win like that. Cool. And then Moxley and Fletcher happens. And when Fletcher goes for that screwdriver, and I go, there's no way they put it back, did they? They did. Oh, because had they put it back, I thought that would have been just as good.
So, okay, Fletcher versus Moxley, the match went 22
the
minutes.
The longest match in the history of the Continental Classic.
And it was the longest match of the night. And you know me, 22 minutes for AEW on a pay-per-view is not long. You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
They go 28, 29. And by the way, this was my match of the night. This was a fucking banger, and I loved it. I loved every second of it. That's why when I was watching it and I was texting, I'm like, when did Moxley become a face? You go,
that match. Legitimately.
I'm like, okay, because like he's not doing anything differently. He's just getting a face pop. And then the more I think about it, the more I'm like, is that because Kyle Fletcher that strong of a heel, or is just that crowd just loves Moxley?
It's a Chicago crowd, so it's spliced in that they're going to love Moxley anyways. But even Dynamite, they didn't really boo him on Dynamite either. Like, you know what I mean? It's just AEW fans are fucking robotically synced to know the difference. It seems like that. And it was like Chicago went, oh, he's a face now. And everybody else was like, okay, but you couldn't love Cody? You had to push Cody away, boss?
Yeah. So, but this match was great. So the screwdriver spot, I was thinking the same thing. Like, they didn't. But then I'm like, oh, they did. I'm like, okay, good, they didn't. I'm like, is this going to lead to something? Is this going to be like Fletcher coming out and being all like, that was supposed to be for me, not for Okada. You know what I mean?
I was waiting for that. I really was. I was waiting for that, like that fight and that argument, but like nothing really got touched on it, like at all.
No. So I'm like, okay, maybe they're holding off on it because they do. We talked off air. They have 2 months to build to their next pay-per-view.
2.5, really, like.
Yeah. March 15th, I think we said. So I'm like, okay, so maybe they're pulling the WWE thing where like this show we're going to focus on this story, this show we're going to focus on this one because they can afford to do that. They got time. So I'm not holding out that they could do that, but if they don't, it's going to be very interesting as to why they would actually do that spot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So that's why I think a story will come from it because Fletcher's a screwdriver guy. So you know what I mean? And it makes sense.
Technically, Don Callis is the screwdriver guy.
Right. But Fletcher,
so they all get the piece of it. Yeah. But I get what you're saying with Fletcher and screwdriver.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so maybe they are going to kind of split the Don Callis family up and, you know.
There's that many of them. You could do a subs. Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
There's like 13 of them now. Jesus Christ.
I just don't know how I feel about a Fletcher face turn because that would be.
He's not the one turning face.
Well,
He's not the one. You
if
want to know why he's not the one turning face? Because he's Osprey's first challenger after All In.
100%.
MJF
Comes back.
MJF or whoever wins the main event is holding that belt until All In London for Osprey to finally get the belt.
Yeah,
Smart storylines,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yep. But I'm just saying that I'm not interested in like a Kyle Fletcher face turn because the way that story would go is Kyle's kind of fucked me over. You know what I mean? Unless he beats the shit out of fucking, you know what I mean? You can do it as he's a heel.
So who do you turn? Okada or Takeshita?
Heel or face?
They're all heel.
You turn Takeshita face. Yeah, like I feel like that's the option because he's starting to slowly build and get cheers.
Yeah. Okay. So I was
because during that Okada match when they were doing the forearms, they were cheering.
Yay, boo, yay.
Yeah. So
see, I almost turned Okada. He don't got long left. Let Takeshita get a good bit more heat on him and Okada. You know what I mean? Like that fucking wrestling storyline kind of way. I feel like Okada has his last little run. You can put him back with the boys. They can have one good final, like fucking Bullet Club-ish reunion before everybody really fucks off.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna look up the Wrestle Kingdom cards.
I have it up.
Oh, perfect. We'll do that after that because I was gonna look that up too. The next match, Chicago Street Fight AEW World Tag Team Championships. FTR defends against Bang Bang Gang, which is Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn, 17 minutes. Did this feel like a very extended squash match to you?
Yes. And when I first did the scorecard, I was like, oh, it's a Chicago Street Fight. Oh, the Bang Bang Gang's win. I stopped and I went, no, they're not. Like, they would have won on TV because FTR's known they'll pull the trigger. They'll lose the belt on TV or anything like that. So I changed on who I thought was going to win. But outside of that, like, this match was cool because they had a lot more spots. Technical wise, their match from Collision was a little bit, or Dynamite was a little bit better. But this had more of the emotional effect to it because you added the weapons.
So this was at being 17 minutes long, which really isn't. They got a lot of time, but it wasn't really a long match for AEW standards. I'm praising them that this did not feel like a long show. It didn't. This show blew by for me, which was one. I can't believe I'm saying that about an AEW show, but this show blew by for me.
It took all year for you to say that.
Yes. Well, it took 5 years for me to say that. But what I'm saying is that this was the match where I'm like, okay, this match should have ended here. Okay, they do more. Okay, this match is ending here. Okay, so now they're going to beat up Bang Bang Gang even more, and they're going to do it here. Nope. They're just going to keep beating the shit out of these guys. And, like, this match could have ended at the 10-minute mark. It was just 7 minutes of them just beating the fuck out of them at the end. I'm like, oh. It was, to be sleazy, fine. It was fine. And I just, and I that's how I felt about it. It was fine. It was enjoyable, but I'm like, they beat the shit out of him bell to bell. Is what it was.
But it's FTR. Let's be real. Like, Austin Gunn's former tag team champion, Juice Robinson's former fucking IWGP US champion. Like, they have caliber in their own right. Yeah. And it's even with scorecard, it's not like I didn't think they wouldn't win until I realized it was a fucking Chicago Street Fight and put my brain to it. Yeah. But I initially thought, like, why wouldn't it? Like, that'd be to me, AEW is like Ring of Honor. Realistically, they're the people that are going to put tag belts on somebody that you're like, really? They're your tag champs? Why would you do that? Because they like to prove. Private Party as an example. Like stuff like that. Generation Next, old Ring of Honor when you talk about shit like that. They're the companies that put tag belts on people that you're like, oh, okay.
Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara and Dickhead. Sammy Guevara and Beast Mortis. Yeah. Like, fuck. If he could, oh my God, if he could clone himself and they should bring back fucking Fuego, well, KJ Orso, and he should be the next tag champion with Sammy.
Insane. That'd be fucking brilliant. All right.
Another tag team championship match.
Yep. women's tag team championship. Babes Wrath defends against Mercedes Monet Athena. 13 minutes 10 seconds. I really like this match.
I wanted this match to be good because you know me, I'm a big Babes Wrath fan. I love the girl. I think their tag team worked out fucking great.
Me, I'm
Sasha,
and I got the Juggle Fever and Athena. So, yeah, and I really did like this match.
Everything about this match went how it was supposed to go, though.
Yes.
Girls got the Raw. Mercedes goes crazy losing. Spoilers: Mercedes lost the TBS championship to Willow on Dynamite, as well. Like, her downfall is.
Yep.
She needs to lose every single belt before she touches the AEW World title.
I agree.
And I still stand by my crazy prediction is that her and Bayley are swapping.
Do you think she's going back to WWE and Bayley's going to AEW?
They might cross over with each other.
They're best friends in real life.
Exactly, and that's why
I think there'll be they're going to be they'll eventually be in the same company.
Even for a 3-month window, with Sasha goes back and then Bayley leaves, or Bayley goes to you know what I mean. I think there's going to be a window that they're going to be together again on TV. It'd be great. I'll eat my head if it's WWE, or I'll eat you know what I mean. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Match was great, by the way.
Oh yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And again, like I said, when I think a pay-per-view flies by, that means it's a good thing. Like I don't spoiler. I don't think there's a stinker on this show. I really
the middle match.
There's one match where I thought was
the next match we're about to talk about.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd?
I think Darby Allin's on level of Roosh for me. I got no time for him. Couldn't give a fuck less.
Dude, I actually really enjoyed this match. I think the wrong kid died, but I really enjoyed this match. They beat the fuck out of each other.
But that's a Darby Allin match.
And you know what I absolutely loved? Absolutely loved? Again, I'm praising AEW. They were doing countouts, and they slid back in the ring to break the count.
But you just haven't noticed that before.
Because I never done it before.
Dude, Moxley does it in the fucking semi-final match, you dickhead.
Well, I didn't notice that then.
See what I mean? Like, they do it more than you think, but it's just so rare out of them. Like, you don't know. You watched this earlier in the match and didn't even notice it. But now, 5 matches in, you're like, oh, that's cool that happened.
I'm probably more locked in going into the show because it's been good. So I'm like, I'm now invested. I'm locked in. So now I'm like, okay.
You're picking shit up.
I'm picking shit up, and it's good shit. And it's very rare for me to praise AEW.
And you're full aboard all up to here today.
I don't know who this is, but whoop whoop. I don't
know. El Juggler, whoop whoop, you're whoop whoop, buddy. Don't worry.
But yeah, I enjoyed this match. I really did. The one time I think on this show I can say wrong kid died. Well, no, but
I'd accept that to be the only match.
Yeah.
So, everybody else's winner, like knockout and pre-show. Everybody else's winner made.
Yeah. So
made sense.
Yeah.
Time for the fun as fuck match. The mixed nuts.
When I heard this was this, I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this shit?
The best part about this is when they announce it, Pac is in it, and they call it the Mixed Nuts Mayhem, and then Pac's not in it no more.
Yeah. Tony Storm, Roderick Strong, Mark Briscoe, and Orange Cassidy versus
the Conglomeration.
Claudio Castagnoli, Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta, and
Hey man, love JCW. Give that some love.
12 minutes 45 seconds. Oh, the Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd match with 12 minutes of 50 seconds.
Come on, shit all over the dancing.
I am not going to share all the dancing. What I found very interesting is Moxley gets cheered. The Death Riders get booed the fuck out of the building. So,
because who cares about Wheeler Yuta?
Wrestling scene before JCW lunacy tonight.
Who gives a fuck about Wheeler Yuta?
All right, gotcha.
As I said, I love the JCW shout out, man. It's Dudley.
Yeah, we gotcha.
Do you know who the investor in JCW is right now?
The investor?
Yeah, like the storyline investor. If you guessed, I was shocked, honestly. Bro, you don't know the answer, bro?
Is it Vince Russo?
It is Vince Russo.
Holy shit! I read it, but I thought it was. I knew it wasn't a wrestler. I was like, I thought it was Scott D'Amore. I'm like, no, it's not Scott
No,
D'Amore.
yeah, Vince Russo's taking over for apparently JCW. I'd call it general manager, like,
Okay.
but that generic term, yeah. See, it's Vince
Yep.
Russo.
It's Vince
Yeah, but
Russo.
that generic general manager, like, the person's paying for shit, like, it's Russo. And I like, you know me, I'm a fan of Russo anyway, so I like
Yeah.
that he's out there.
Yeah. So the dancing spot. So Heavy G talked to me. He's like, "Well, I only saw one clip. It was a dance, and you're gonna hate it. It was a dancing spot." I'm like, "Well, let me watch the match and get
And see,
context of it." And watching with context, I'm fine with it. Orange Cassidy, yes, he's a great wrestler, but he's a comedy wrestler. He can be serious at times. Again, every time I bring up his name, I have to say, worked with Orange Cassidy. So, um, love the dude. Happy he's on TV every week. So, all right.
I
To be honest, here, I
ooh
thought this storyline might last until the gathering this year. I don't watch JCW enough to know what's. Is that the Vince Russo storyline?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, yeah. But no, this match was fun. It was a fun match. Seeing um, Roderick Strong beat up his wife legally in the ring. That's cool. They kind of mentioned it a little bit, which I wish they didn't. I wish they just would have kept it separate. Keep
Boy,
kayfabe alive, because I don't know. It just kind of loses the luster, the magic
no
of it.
way. Watching Roddy and his wife fuck each other up is even better. Because it's like anytime somebody talks to Renee Paquette when they're fighting Moxley, you know it's there. You're like, do you go there? Do you touch it? Like, do you go down that road?
If it makes sense.
And Roddy will put his wife over her head with fucking. Do you see that kick to the face he eats? And he chops her in the back. Guaranteed. Don't do the dishes.
Yep.
Fuck.
Indiana just scored another touchdown. They're up.
Oh.
Well, after the extra point, they'll be up 17-0 at halftime over Alabama.
Who cares about that rigged football shit?
Yeah, let's talk about
Chris Statlander and Jamie Hader had a banger of a match that they should never have had.
Okay, so now this is where we're going to disagree.
You didn't like this match, did you? Is this the match that you didn't really like?
It was an okay match for a house show. This was the one match where I'm all like, it was okay. Like,
Wasn't even just fine. It was okay.
it was very watchable. It was solid. It was just, this was the worst match of the night, and that's not even saying it's a bad thing. If this is the worst match of the night, it's not bad at all. Like, this card was very good. I don't want to say it's not the pay-per-view of the year, but AEW has been put on some really good pay-per-views this year.
It's not Revolution outside the finish.
Yeah.
And it's not All in Texas for
Yes.
AEW.
Yeah.
Would be the two I'd call of AEW's best pay-per-views this year.
Yes. But I mean, All Out was kind of stupid, and then what was after All Out? The one Wrestle Dream wasn't that bad. Full Gear was okay. Was solid. This one is a step up. This one, they ended the year up great. Yeah, this was a match just okay. I think
Just okay.
Ray Kid died, and then we get to the that match with 18 minutes and 10 seconds. This was the one match where I'm like, even in the FTR match, I was like, okay, this could end here, but it never felt long. You know what I mean?
Fair.
It's just like it should have ended way sooner. This match, quote, felt the length. It was like, okay, this is okay. I'm like, when's this gonna end? And then it ends. I'm like, oh, okay, that was. It didn't feel like it was forever, but it felt long and drawn out. But then Moxley Okada with 20 minutes and 10 seconds with Moxley winning. And is this another one where you're like, the finish?
No, it was the first two that I thought, like I said, Moxley winning caught me off guard. Okada winning the screwdriver was like, what the fuck? They were the two that were like, they were finished. I was like, they were great matches, and the finish was a finish.
This one, like the execution of the Okada match was piss poor. Get the idea, the execution sucked. Love the Moxley Fletcher match. This match was very, very good. To me, this was like the finish. Because to me, the finish kind of came out of nowhere to me, and I'm like, oh, that he's gonna win it like this, like, which was fine that he won. I'm all like, but he just like AEW are so used to people kicking out of everything and blah blah blah, and they didn't in this show, and I'm like, okay, and maybe that's what threw me off guard. They just they
They didn't do what you thought.
they didn't do what I thought, which was still a good thing. But I'm all like, but now I'm like, well, they kick out of everything before, and now this one night they're like, no, okay, cool, like whatever. Um, Another really good match. Um, Again, the face promo at the end. I was with you when you said in the chat I thought they were going to turn on him,
Yep.
and then the more I thought about it, the more like they're probably turning on him at Dynamite.
And then didn't again.
Because I think they changed the finish for, like, honestly, I think it's supposed to be Moxley Okada, and I'm like, and I saw the finish because again, to me, the finish came out of nowhere, and I'm like, did they change the finish mid card? They saw the reception Moxley was getting, and they changed it, and now they're going to have him turn. But now looking at Dynamite, I'm like, no, they
no, I didn't say.
No, that did not. That's not what happened. So, yeah.
I thought, again, shocked Moxley won. Did not say. I once the finals happened, I was like, okay, Okada's winning again this year. They're not getting rid of Fat Man's favorite unified title.
Jesus.
The belt's gone now. Okay, relax. Until the international and the fucking continental get unified again. Again, it might have been a shock winning, but I enjoyed it. And my bad take, Moxley wanted to save wrestling. And look at the end of this pay-per-view. Like for what Moxley did. This whole year, he's telling us he wanted to save wrestling, and he did. And we were just too ignorant, too blind to believe him. He is your MVP of AEW. He is your fucking backbone.
I would say, did you watch any of his matches in the beginning and middle of this year? Because
you know
not good.
You know I hated the finish to Revolution.
Yes.
You know I've been critical about the Death Rider thing. As long as Darby Allin wasn't beating John Moxley, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
So like, I saw the meme. I thought it was funny. Moxley said about saving wrestling, and then at the end of Ends World, he's being cheered like a fucking hero. It's like, that's funny. It's funny to me.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if they're gonna turn him or the Death Riders, like, if the crowd's gonna keep cheering him, that you got to lean into that curb. You got to slide, lead to that skid. But
so another crazy prediction. This is how you get another match out of Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. He teams with Moxley.
So interesting you say that, because when I was all like, they're turning on him, and my idea was Danielson was secretly behind the Death Riders, and he turns heel.
If he wasn't doing commentary, I'd agree with you.
I think him doing commentary would actually make sense, because he's there making sure the shit happens. You know what I mean?
Fair, yeah. Okay.
And he didn't need to interfere. And then when Moxley wins, he didn't want to. And then he turns on him. But that's if he's cleared to wrestle. And that's what I was thinking. Like, oh, that would be so good if he just turns on Moxley and he's like the secret leader of the Death Riders. But
they've pushed it too much that he's not allowed to leave commentary to deal with the Death Riders. That you need a second person kicked out of the Death Riders.
They push it so much he's not allowed to get involved with the Death Riders, which makes even more sense if he's the leader of the Death Riders.
Fair. Okay, fair enough.
So, yeah. So that's, to me, that just makes even more sense. I still have my doubts I mean, it's not going to happen. Not a chance, I don't think. But I'm like, if Danielson was cleared, yes, he'd get cheered. But at the same time, again, how many times did I say this? The better story is this, but they're going to do this.
How many times you been wrong on that? Do you not realize that it's not the better story?
What's not the better story?
Every time you said it's the better story, it never happens. How am I going to take you to realize that maybe it's not the better story in your mind
It
sometimes?
is the better story. It's AEW just doing whatever we've had this conversation before, and that's what I was going to say. As much as I'm praising and glazing AEW on this episode, because let's talk about the main event. Four-way match, AEW World Title. Samoa Joe defends against MJF versus Strickland and Hangman Page. 20 minutes and 35 seconds. I was very critical of being like MJF's cashing in a three-way to make it a four-way. He wins, but I liked the structure of this match to where basically every time MJF went to come in the match, they fucking threw him out. And then he didn't really quote steal the win, but I really liked it. I really liked the structure of this match to where, like, he wasn't the issue. The issue was between the three of them, and MJF kind of snuck his way in, you know? And
so then, MJF done MJF things?
Yes. Which is great. That's why I like it. The match was really good. I personally think the wrong kid died, but looking back at Dynamite, no, it was the right decision. At the time when I watched this, I'm like,
who should have won at the time?
Joe. I thought Joe should have won. But because that's two straight pay-per-views with title changes, which is again not something AEW does often.
No, they're really selective over the world champions too for runs too. Yeah.
So that kind of threw me off the guard. But at the same time, again, looking back at Dynamite, it makes sense. Now MJF has literally the whole roster going after him,
which is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So that's great. So overall, this was a great show. I loved it. Now, again, what I was going to say is, as much as I'm glazing AEW for this show, sometimes they're creative leading up to these shows. I feel like is not the greatest, but
can be questionable. Fair enough.
But they are having great pay-per-views. Like if we were grading pay-per-views for WWE and pay-per-views for AEW, I would legit put AEW ahead of WWE this year.
But when you say promotion of the year,
but promotion of the year, you have to take into account also TV, also to me, revenue, merch sales.
Then it'll always be WWE.
It'll always be WWE.
Right. I know people are gonna be mad at that answer, but
the WWE award for promotion of the year is WWE.
Yep.
But you can make a case that the pay-per-view in-ring product was better in AEW than it was WWE. And fair. I will not argue anybody on that.
Nope.
Weeklies, on the other hand, I will say not a chance. WWE has them. And then, but there has been. I went back and watched that Fletcher Bailey match. Holy fuck!
Did I not tell you?
Holy fuck!
I'm gonna
find bangers in AEW on TV.
Under TV, absolutely.
To me, they're few and far between. But that was a fucking excellent match.
We're just gonna bang through 3 shows right quick before we get on the move because just stuff coming up, right? First, we'll do the first one first, which is Wrestle Kingdom 20. That is Sunday? Monday. Sunday.
The 4th. What the fuck? The 4th
yeah. There's a lot of Japanese names I'm going to butcher here, boys, so I do apologize. El Phantasmo versus Chris Brooks is the pre-show for the New Japan.
You sound like you got those names right, so you're doing a good job right now.
For the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television Championship. Him. Toru Yano and Spiritek, which is Master Woto and Yo, versus Tiger Mask, Togi Makabe, and Rakushi Takashiko versus Bolin Oleg.
It's a Rumble.
It's the Rambo for the Never Openweight 6-man tag team championship.
It's I didn't read that part. It's a 6-man tag team.
Bolin and
tag team. Oh my god, I love that.
Bolin and Bishman, which is Goto and Hasi. Tomohiro Ishii in Team 100, Taki and Sacha Kochiya. House of Torture, which is represented by Ren Nada, Sanada, and Yoshinobu Kanaru, versus the Mighty Don't Kneel of Zack Sabre Jr., fuck him, Rowan Oya and Hartley Jackson, versus Kaiji Takeshi and Rough Storm, Shota Umino and Yuya Umino, and the Bullet Club War Dogs, Clark Connors, Oscar, and Yudo Ice. Holy fuck.
You did almost perfect on that. And I barely speak America. So
Seiya Katamina, who is the New Japan, or is the Strong Women's Championship, will have a winner take all match with Shuri, Syuri, who is the IWGP Women's Championship. They're going to go.
I think it's about time they unify them.
That's what this is, winner take all.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's time to do that. Because Strong isn't really a thing anymore.
Yeah, no, Strong, but it is in terms of that's their when they do USA shows.
Yes.
That's the brand, right? Like,
yeah.
Bullet Club War Dogs back again, which is David Finlay, Gabe Kidd, Drilla Maloney, and Shingo Takeo and Hiromuto Takahashi versus the United Empires, Kelly Newman, Great Okan, Henry, somebody to be announced, and Andrade El Idolo in a 10-man tag.
Yeah, didn't he settle the WWE thing? So now
he's good to wrestle whatever, so he'll be back in AEW soon.
Yeah.
Show El Desperado, Koshi Fujita, and Taha Ishimori in a fatal four-way for no more contendership for the junior heavyweight title. Evil versus Aaron Wolf for the Never Openweight Championship. And the two matches everybody cares about. Takeshita versus Yodo Tushi in a winner-take-all match for the World Heavyweight title and the Global Heavyweight Championship.
So,
I think Takeshita's losing there.
I do too. But why make all these titles then unify them like a year and 2 years later?
The Global Heavyweight one is just because they kind of got away with the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title. Like, they tried trying to make a secondary title and then fuck off with it. Yeah. Like, the Global one was the replace shit. And now, I don't know if they're unified because both are classified as winner-take-all, so double champions.
Winner-take-all.
But we know how wrestling words shit, so, like.
The title was created when the IWGP Heavyweight Championship was retired.
The World Heavyweight Championship.
This title's only been around
a year, maybe?
December 11th, 2023. So it'd be a little more than 2 years. 2 years and less than a month. 25 months. And they're unifying the title.
Again, all it says is winner take all. There's no
unified
used yet.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, that makes sense because they did that with the Intercontinental title too.
Yeah. They had them together for a while before they finally.
The United States title was only around 6 years, 6.5 years.
Still, that's a while. Like the names of the people that held that belt too, right?
Actually, I got the reins up here. Here we go. Kenny Omega, Jay White, Juice Robinson, Cody Rhodes, Jon Moxley, Lance Archer, Tanahashi, Kenta, Sonata, Tanahashi, Juice Robinson, Will Ospreay. Yeah, that's it. 10 wrestlers, and there's 1 world champ, 2 world champ, 3 world champ, 4 world champ, 5 world champ, 6 world champ, 7. Is Kenta ever a world champion?
Ooh.
I'm looking it up right now.
Even still, more than 50% of the title holders are world champions. That's crazy stat for an over 6-year title. And while you're looking at I was gonna say while you're looking at the match that everybody's waiting for on Sunday is Tanahashi versus Okada, the final time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Tanahashi and Okada to me they transcend New Japan, because when I didn't know a lot about New Japan and I didn't know how to pronounce names, Okada and Tanahashi were 2 names I knew well, I knew how to pronounce, and I knew what the fucking repertoire was. Right? So the fact that we are losing, I'll call a Japanese Mount Rushmore wrestler after Wrestle Kingdom is crazy.
Right. It is. Who wins?
I want Takeshita to screw over Okada, and Tanahashi wins his final match. Not that he turns heel. Like they just might do it. They got to screw it up and fucking Tanahashi. Like you know what I mean? But
Would
I'd
they
love.
do that? Would they do that in Tanahashi's last match? Though?
It's wrestling. For many people, say people don't win their last match or do win their last
No,
match. We have proof on both sides
yeah.
that
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, would they spawn an angle not involving Tanahashi in his very last match?
what was the deal they got to get Okada would be the question then.
Um,
Like you can use Okada, you can do this, but can you
well,
do this for us?
the deal to get Okada is Tanahashi wanted him as the last opponent.
Okay.
That's and of course Okada's gonna say yes. Like so,
That's his boy, yeah.
it's think about it this way: it's like Cena handpicking Gunther for his final opponent, and Gunther went, "Nah, I'm good." That's what it would be like. So, I mean, so of course Okada's going to say yes. I this one is like the hardest to pick. I don't think Takeshita's going to screw over Okada. I really don't. I think this is going to be a clean finish. Um, but
Okay.
I can see this both ways. Like unlike the Cena match, I'm like Gunther has to win. Like he has to. In this match, Okada doesn't have to win.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't. I can see Tanahashi win his last match. I can also see him doing the time honored tradition
Fuck off.
of, taking the pin.
I know.
I can see it either way. I think Tanahashi's going to win. So,
We'll go from there.
which will make even more sense knowing that Okada lost the Continental Classic because I think Okada won. Okada's going over.
Oh yeah, fair enough. True enough. Okay.
But now since Okada lost, I think Tanahashi's going over. Because Okada already lost. Plus, he's fucking Okada. He doesn't need to be protected. He's
No,
Okada.
true.
So that's why I think I keep saying Takeshita. Tanahashi's gonna go over.
Ooh. I brought up the NXT card, and as soon as I looked at one of the matches, I went, I got a stupid idea. There's 4 matches announced for New Year's Eve, which is Tuesday.
Okay.
JC Jane defends against Kendall Gray, and Obafemi defends against Leon Slater. They are both Iron Survivor title matches.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry, the Kendall Gray ones. Leon Slater just won a Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, is it Javon Evans?
No, because they already did the match. Ricky Starks turned heel, so my bad.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I actually knew that. Yep.
Taxum, Tatum Paxley, and Izzy Dane are going to go again, but the Cullen are barred from ringside. And why I thought that is Thea Hall with Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe for the Women's North American title. And all I can see is what they just did last year, and Jordan Grace turned the heel on Thea Hall.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Right? Like, it's going to be good. TV show, 4 matches, it's great. But I just see it. Now, whether they do it or not, and I'm not going to say it's dumb that they don't do it or good that they do it. It's just that what popped in my head right away. Personally. And then Genesis, which is in a couple of weeks, has 3 matches already announced. JDC versus Eddie Edwards. It will be JDC's retirement match.
Yep.
The Hardys versus the Righteous for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. I hope the Righteous wins.
So do I.
And Frankie Kazarian or Mike Santana or Nick Nemeth will defend the world title against somebody.
Yeah, because they're doing it at the TV taping, right?
Yeah. Santana and Kazarian are wrestling, and Nemeth is there to say he wants to cash in right after. That's going to be a big day of TV for them.
You know what I think is going to happen? I think, see, in my head, and I think we talked about this before, in my head, and I think you're thinking the same thing, Santana wins and then Nemeth cashes in.
I want him to have 2 world titles and hold the belt for the combined total of less than 10 minutes. Realistically, and I know it's not true because he held it for a month and didn't see him on TV.
Yeah.
But I want him to do it again.
Yeah.
And you're really behind Santana, boys. This happens, you're going to prove it. You're going to be loud. You're going to be vocal.
And then he's the one that faces Nemeth at Genesis. So.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is going to happen.
Big shit going on.
You said you got one more. Was that it? No, it's the 3 cards.
That's the 3 cards, yeah.
News and rumors going on.
Naito, who left New Japan, won the tag team title zips in GHC.
Yes.
My baby's crying.
That's cool. But Naito he left New Japan like a while ago. He just hasn't popped up anywhere till now.
Fair.
Update on WWE's library leaving Peacock. Okay. As previously reported, a substantial portion of WWE's library on Peacock is set to leave the streaming platform. By the way, fuck you for doing that, because I was literally on the 2024 Royal Rumbles and you fuckers took them off. You bitch. I had 4 Rumble matches to fucking watch to finish my Rumble series, and you guys fucking took it off. Assholes.
Bastards.
Anyway, as of December 31st, which for some reason they were not. They left like midnight the 30th into the 31st because they were not on yesterday. It is noted no new agreement for WWE's archive has been reached, and the company is currently exploring its options. According to Fightful, WWE is working on non-exclusive hosts for its library. However, sources indicate that YouTube remains a significant part of WWE's plans for its library. It is believed that the library content will gradually roll out on WWE's YouTube channels as well. WWE is expected to negotiate a favorable deal with Google for video content. WWE constantly ranks as a top-performing channel. The report also states there are no plans for a mass release of library content unless a new deal is secure with an alternate platform to host it. For the time being, WB or NXT Premium Live events and Saturday Night's Main Event will still be available on Peacock because they signed a deal for that for like the next 3 or 4 years. So
fair.
So yeah, so you actually can see a universe where NXT's video library is on Peacock, while the rest of WWE's video library is on YouTube.
Hilarious. Well, sir.
Yeah.
That's the first show of 2026.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, okay.
We are back next week for the Sleazies.
Yep.
Still pleases the fuck out of me. 2 weeks, we're going to bang out another Jeopardy. Callis has to have Jeopardy out. By the way, we never put him over. Kevin J. Callis.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Wrestle Trivia, Wrestle Trivia 1, YouTube, Instagram. Check him out, all the shit he does. Mr. Affirmative is a good friend of the show. Also, I messaged him, and I'm probably going to have his awards for next week.
Oh, that'd be
fun. I was like, dude, I'd love to you want to give me your awards? This is what we're doing next week.
Actually, fucking tell him to come on.
Fair, I'll message him and see if he wants to jump on with us.
See if he wants to jump on. Yeah, we're gonna dress up in our greatest attire.
I'm gonna put on my finest new AEW Christmas shirt.
I'm gonna put on my Smarky award-winning shirt that I literally wear once a year for that show. Yeah, so the Sleazies are next week. We'll do Wrestle Kingdom and probably something else the week after that with Jeopardy. We maybe do Jeopardy next week too, depending. But yeah. All right, guys. Peace.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain of the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to gain.